Okay. Um, Welcome to the live stream, everybody. I'm waiting on Colin. I haven't heard from him, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But Jared won't be able to join us because he's at work. But sorry for the delay. This is my first time actually going live, so I probably should have figured this out before, but I thought it was just point and click and that was it. But apparently not. So we will get started shortly. Don't know what Colin's doing. One way or another, we're going to get this done. Had it planned for at least 3 weeks, I think. Wanted to kind of get some hype to the Kenobi show. And I'm still reeling from that trailer. I probably watched it, I don't know, 10 or more times already. I kind of freaked out on the reaction video, but I did not expect to see Vader in the trailer at all, but here we are. All right. I'll get started shortly, and we'll see. Nobody in chat yet. I will check chat briefly every once in a while I'm watching or we're watching or whatever happens. So yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it started. Okay. All right. Let's start it over real quick. Okay. Damn it. This thing. There we go. All right. It's at 0. Kind of a bitch to do it. Okay. So what the hell is going on? This thing likes to autoplay. All right. At 0 seconds, I'm starting right now. Oh, man, I missed that 20th Century Fox fanfare shit. No, it's a pretty bold statement, but I regard this film is like the perfect Star Wars film to me. probably seen this movie well over 100 times. I can't give like an approximate number because I 2005 I watched it a lot when it first came out on video. I think it was actually the first Star Wars film to be on first prequel to have not have a VHS release. I don't know, it might have, but I didn't see it. And I just yesterday watched the old Clone Wars, the 2003 version. So this that like perfectly set it up for this. Check real quick, see if anybody's in here. Oh, this is going to be easy. I think that's an ARC 170. I can't remember the exact, but they're like the precursor to X Wings. Can never get over how good of a pilot Anakin is. We got him, R2. Buzz droids. Have you noticed the shields are still up? Nice move. It's breaking the trap. It's something. Don't underestimate R2. It's one of the most badass mofos in the Star Wars universe. I didn't say anything. Badass lightsaber fight coming up. No, the first one coming up. Rest in peace, Christopher Lee. Right. You have anger. You should don't use them. And it was that moment Dooku knew he fucked up. No, I thought for a while that when Palpatine told Anakin to kill him, and Dooku looks over to Palpatine, I think at that moment he realized he'd been played. His fate won't be the same as ours. Which pretty much is. All of them die on a Death Star. Obi-Wan dies in the first Death Star, and then Palpatine and Vader slash Anakin die on the second Death Star. You missed a lot, Obi-Wan. This happened. I'm smarter than this. Apparently not. I'm so glad that Anakin and Grievous never met in the Clone Wars to keep that true in this scene. Only because he can breathe in space. Wait a minute, I don't even know if he does breathe at all. Well, yeah, because he coughs. Or he just holds his breath. War would have been over right there if he had been able to escape. We lost something. The war was just flying half a ship. You know that part where it's skidding across the, I want to say runway, and it takes out that one control tower. I've always wondered if there was people in there, if there were people in there. I don't know why. It was just one of those weird things. And there's Lindy Falcon. I every time I watch this, I got to point it out. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Kate and Emodia. Now we know what that was. It's crazy too, because she just tells him she's pregnant, and by the time she has the kid, he's already in the Vader suit. The kids. She has the kids. This is the dream that changes everything. This part always pisses me off. Yoda pretty much tells Anakin, "Oh, get over it." It's not how Anakin's different. You have to train him different, talk to him different. I do not blame Anakin in this scene whatsoever. I would have probably responded the same way. Yeah, what about the Georgia attack on the Wookiees? And there's George Lucas. That is true. Everybody who seeks power are afraid to lose it. You ever hear the tragedy the odds plagues the wise? That's a damn good book, by the way, even though it's not canon. It should be. Possible to learn this power. Not from a Jedi. Freaking Tarzan Wookie. Oh, this part always gets me. Last time Obi-Wan and Anakin speak to each other, or even see each other as friends. See, I don't know why they Obi-Wan even said that it won't be long before him become a master. Because I thought you'd have to train a Padawan into knighthood for you to become a Jedi Master. And technically, Ahsoka didn't become a knight before she left the Order. You know, if he hadn't have done what he did and let things pass, she probably wouldn't have died. Yeah, some of them do look different. Okay. I was just looking at the I don't remember the species, but the Utapau, because the Grand Inquisitor is the same species as them. Hello there. The Great Mystery. Mm-hmm. He's got a good point. Grievous makes some weird ass noises. It's freaking telling you that Palpatine's the Sith Lord, and you're just like, don't believe him at first. You know, it's interesting because if you read the Revenge of the Sith novelization, it I don't I need to read it again because I haven't read it in a while. But during this time when Anakin is in the Jedi Council chambers and he's just pondering what he must do in the novel, it actually explains what he's thinking. I am the Senate. It's treason, then. He ain't weak. My opinion, I don't know who else shares it, but I don't see Anakin as Vader until he's legit in the suit. Before then, to me, he's still Anakin. Probably one of my favorite scores is the Jedi Temple March. Okay, I'm pausing it at an hour, 19 minutes, and 54 seconds. Colin's coming in. So I'm going to see if. No, I don't want to do that. If I can go back. All right, wait on Colin. Just give me a hot minute. Hey, he's joining in pretty much the best part of the movie, so. So I should be able to, after he joins in, continue where we left off. Okay, nothing in chat. All right. Hurry up, Colin. We are live. Let's see if he's not in there yet. I do love this feature that Disney Plus has where you can do the watch party thing with people, and it's all synced up, so everybody's seeing the same thing. That's a little bit harder to sync up with, unless somebody says, like I try to do, is say exactly when I'm starting, and when I pause, if I have to pause it or stop it where I left off. So, yeah. Okay. So, well, okay. It's not telling me exactly where I left off. I said it, but where I stopped it, or when I stopped it. So, I had a long night at work, so I'm tired and back's in pain. But stuff like this gets my mind off of it. Come on. I guess I can use this time to. I was gonna. This, if I can see it. This is what I'm wanting to give away for the Kenobi stream. So, the original plan was to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, and each one of us three was going to give away something, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give mine away. So, join us for that 2-episode live stream on May 27th. We may change the time. I don't know yet, because 9 a.m. is kind of early, and I do realize people work during that time. So it's all good. And the good thing about live videos too is they save on YouTube and people can watch it later if they have to, if they can or whatnot. So yeah, I thought that was appropriate for the Kenobi show, the giveaway of Obi-Wan Kenobi Black Series. And I'll make a better announcement on that too, so more people will know about it. You don't have to just watch this to know about it. That was just pretty much my official announcement. Oh. I'm still figuring this stuff out. Come on, buddy. You could do it. How did I do this? No, I don't. Okay, that's how it. Alright. Cool. You guys can't tell. I'm a huge fan of Vader. I mean, my icon on Disney Plus is Darth Vader, which I've noticed. I'm not sure if they still have him or not on there. Or maybe it just doesn't show up because I'm using them right now. I don't know. But big fan of Vader since I was a kid. I mean, first saw episode 4 in 1994 on VHS, the uncut before the special edition. As soon as I saw him enter the screen, I was hooked. So, going on 30 years, almost, it's been 28 years. Man, that's a long time to be a Star Wars. That's a long time to be a fan of anything, really. I hope we get a lot of Vader in the Kenobi show. And Aiden. When we get back on, I will say exactly what time we're at. Okay, he's almost ready. For those that don't know, I was gonna have my Hot Toys Obi-Wan and Anakin from Revenge of the Sith, but I wasn't sure on how to set them up, so I didn't do that. Those two are my prized possessions. I have more Star Wars Hot Toys, but those two are my all-time favorites, and I'm so happy I was able to get them. Thank God for tax returns. Because if it wasn't for that, I'd never be able to afford them. They were pricey. Aftermarket price on those are pretty, yeah. They were like $250 a piece when they were released. And I paid quite a bit more than that for each one, but worth it. I showed, well, I showed Anakin on our podcast before, but it was an older one when we first started. Obi-Wan I'm probably gonna have out when we premiere Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney. He actually came with a baby Luke that he can hold. I probably haven't posed like that. I don't know yet. I'm definitely gonna get, because Hot Toys are gonna do them. Hot Toys will do an Obi-Wan Kenobi and Vader from the show. Probably have to wait a couple years for them, but more time to afford them. Gotta love payment plans. I want, and since it's the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, I want Hot Toys to do an episode 2 Anakin and episode 2 Obi-Wan. So I wanted a kind of a display where you have like Attack of the Clones Anakin, Obi-Wan, Revenge of the Sith Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi show with Obi-Wan and Vader, and then yeah, unless they re-release the Ben Kenobi and Darth Vader from A New Hope, I won't be able to get those. Cue the Jeopardy music. Da-da-da-da. Oh, there he is. He is in the watch party. Now he's gotta get into actual video. Let him in the meeting. Hang on. One invite. Okay. See if that'll work. There he is.
Aha! I made it.
Yes.
So I'm a little behind. Is this are the 212 good guys or bad guys in this scene?
They are about to be bad guys. Okay.
Okay.
Decided to stop working.
Did that play it for you?
I'm not playing it yet because I got to make sure my headphones work. Otherwise, let's see. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
There we
Yeah,
go.
man, I even got off work early to come home and get ready for this, and I fell asleep while I was getting ready for it.
It happens.
But I do
I
know
mean,
super excited.
if I hadn't promoted the shit out of it, I probably just would have postponed. But
No, you did, and it's good to be here. It is nice to see all these clone troopers on my TV. I've been playing yesterday. My best friend bought me Star Wars Battlefront 2
oh yeah,
because I
the
refused to buy it.
original Battlefront 2 is the best though.
Oh, listen, we have been talking about that ever since we've been playing together.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, Galactic Conquest, all that shit was just amazing.
But something about getting to so oh so I know quite a few different clone regiment numbers,
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot.
So I'm talking to my buddies, while we're playing, and I'm like, I wonder if I can be a 212. And they're like, a what? And I'm like, a 212, like
Yeah,
what? Never mind. I
that's
can. I
code.
looked.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
I don't
it
even know them
actually.
all. Like the only two that I even keep track of is the 212th and the 501st. That's pretty much it.
So the 212th, the 501st, the 401st is Grease guys. So like the green guys on Kashyyyk,
Mm-hmm.
they're the
Yeah.
401st. Um, Coruscant Guard, they're not numbered, they're called
Yeah.
Coruscant Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That turn into shock troopers.
yeah, you actually see two Coruscant Guard in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You might see more than two, but I know for a fact that you see two whenever Palpy comes down to get
Yep.
Crispy Anakin.
Yeah. At that point,
Yes,
they are shock
two.
troopers.
Are they
Mm-hmm.
stormtroopers at that point?
They
I
are
thought.
shock troopers, not stormtroopers. I mean, I guess you could still call him a Coruscant guard, but he's not guarding Coruscant at that point.
Well, so the Coruscant Guard guarded Palpatine.
Yes, but they became kind of his personal shock troopers.
Right, right. And so like them motherfuckers are still Coruscant Guard by the time
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
because
potato.
I feel like we didn't get enough phase one clones in this. Like
uh, Phase one was like at the end of Attack of the Clones. That was it.
yeah. By the time we got to Revenge of the Sith, it was all phase
Phase
three or
two.
phase two.
Yeah.
Which like I understand because they did
You
want to
know,
make him.
it's kind of weird because it depending. Some days I like the Phase one look. Some days I like the Phase two look. And I like them both.
So I kind of prefer the phase two look just because I feel like it looks chunkier and a little better.
Yeah, it gets closer to the Stormtrooper look.
Right. But I feel like they could have kept made that a plot point. Like reveal the helmet in a way that it's like, oh, those that looks
Aha!
yeah. Because like
Yeah,
you have to remember we already know what stormtroopers are by the time we're seeing this.
yeah,
You know, and so if they were to be like, oh, hey, we reissued the clone helmets, they now look like this, and they like toss one on
yeah.
a table in
Well,
front
I
of.
mean, Bad Batch kind of showed you the transition a little bit that they're starting to recruit actual people instead of using
Right.
clones.
See, my
And I
thing was I
think the
wanted.
season two, it's going to be all people, and then clones are going to be totally phased out.
Oh, dude. So one of my homies, shout out Garrett Griffith. If you're watching this, you rock. I was over at his house the other day. We were just kicking it in his basement. My man's has a Bad Batch poster, like one of those
Hmm.
metal tin
Oh
things
yeah,
you hang up,
yeah.
right? Got it at Five Below or Hobby Lobby or something like that. Anyways,
Oh yeah. Hobby Lobby's got some cool shit, dude.
it's got Crosshair on it twice. Like it's like just a picture of the batch.
It's got Crosshair when he's part of the Bad Batch and Crosshair when
No,
he's
no, no,
Imperial.
no. It's just got Crosshair when he was part of the Bad Batch on it twice.
Okay.
Like it's definitely something that's like somebody didn't catch this,
Yeah, somebody fucked up.
but like he's got it hanging there, and we're hanging out, we're all smoking, hanging out, having a good time. It's Saturday. I'm over at his house, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, you notice anything wrong with that Bad Batch poster?" And I like look at it for a minute, and I'm like,
Why is Crosshair on there twice?
"Oh shit! Why is there two crosshairs? Is that?" Then I like get up, and I'm like, "Is that like one of them Imp crosshair and the other one Republic?"
Is it a
No,
clone of a clone?
no, they're both Imp crosshair.
Is
Or
it
not?
like this same picture?
It is. It is literally the same thing. Like it is like Crosshair is standing next to Hunter in the
I
back.
mean, somebody had to have done that, noticed it, and was like, "Yep, I'm still gonna send
Yeah, like
it."
so in the like how they're like kind of tiered down.
Yeah.
So like Wrecker is really big in the middle. Standing, like you get a full shot
Hmm.
of Tech, not Tech, of Hunter and uh we just said his name 700 times. He's the fucking
Crosshair.
sniper guy. Crosshair.
Crosshair.
You is not coming to me. So you have Hunter and Crosshair with like their DL8 blaster pistols like this.
Okay.
Like, but then below that you have Echo, Tech, and another picture of Crosshair below Wrecker, all with their like blasters out, like, and it's just like,
Apparently,
do they
someone
know
thought
that?
one
Do they
picture of
know they're the
Crosshair is
same
not
guys?
enough.
Right. I
All right,
can't.
let's do this. Finish this.
This is the. He's about to fight Grievous, isn't he?
Yeah, Grievous is already dead.
Oh, he already killed Grievous. Oh, so
Yep.
these clones are fighting the Jedi at this point.
Hour and 20 minutes perfect is where we're starting.
All right. Is that where I'm? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow.
What the hell? Why isn't it playing? Oh, here we go. It's not playing. What is going on? Okay, so
Ooh.
neither. There we go.
Does anybody remember what that thing's called?
No, I don't.
I don't either, but that's my boy right there.
I think it starts with a B, like Baroga or Baruga, something like that. There's old Tim Morrison. He could play anybody.
Do it.
Time has come. Executes
Execute
Order
Order
66.
66. The funny
He's
thing
now
is, he has no
he's
clue
now
what that means
regretting
until he
he's now
says it.
regretting giving that lightsaber back to Obi-Wan.
No, because he has now, like, he doesn't know what Order 66 is until it's activated.
Yeah.
So, like, he had no idea. I guarantee you, he's like, oh, yeah, you couldn't have called me before I gave the
Yeah,
Jedi's lightsaber
exactly.
back.
Right?
This guy deserves it. 100%.
This one didn't.
No, she didn't.
No.
For those of you guys watching that don't know, that's Commander Bly. Well, that's
Yep.
Captain Bly right there, and he's about to kill Ayla Secura.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to have that leaf there so they don't show us them, shooting the shit out of a corpse. And Yoda's about to chop some Clone Wars head off.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's like it shows them getting decapitated, but it won't.
Well, there's no blood.
Well, yeah, lightsabers cauterize the wound. That's for not believing in Ahsoka.
I thought Plo Koon died before that.
No.
That's always how Plo Koon has died.
Yes. He got shot down by his own clone troopers.
Yeah, the wolves. The wolves. They were the.
And
they were under
think
Wolf's command.
I think these troopers in this shot are Captain Nemo's troops.
Yes.
And we are at an hour 22 and 46. Earlier I was thinking when it first showed Kashyyyk, I think the only other time we see a live action shot of Kashyyyk was in the holiday special.
With
I want to see more of this in the Obi-Wan show, Order 66, especially the Jedi Temple. And no, I'm not talking about killing the kids or anything. I'm talking about
I see. I would like
the
to
other
see
the other Jedi he fought.
what he fought. The Jocasta knew
That if they decanonize the comic, because Jocasta Nu survived Order 66.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
I hear you.
All right.
Egon, because I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something. Remember I was talking about Commander Appo? It's about to show him. That's him right there in the middle. There's like no any marking, but that's Appo.
Because you think by this time Rex is in Mandalore.
And that right there is George Lucas's grandson.
And who?
That kid. That's George Lucas's grandson.
Who? Okay.
I'm trying to remember his name. Man, I'm terrible with names. Usually I'm better at this. I think it's Zek or something like that. I think it started with a Z. He held his own for a little bit.
My background is Adam's photo, but I had to show some support
Clone
for my
love.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, these my boys.
They're still waiting. They're still waiting on
Ahsoka. Yes, you'll still be able to hear and talk with me. But I'm gonna step onto my back porch and grab a cigarette really quick because I haven't had one all morning.
Oh wow!
And I can hear the movie. And this is Yoda getting in his '95 Honda Civic and getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah. '95 Honda Civic. I'm
I
I'm
just
pretty
always
sure that won't take him to Dagobah, but he doesn't go to Dagobah yet.
no. Where does he go before Dagobah?
He
You
goes
would
to
know.
He goes to Polis Massa, the asteroid that they have a base on. That's where he goes, and that's where he meets up with, or Obi-Wan meets up with him later. I think.
Oh yeah. No, I
Wait
know
a
what you're
minute.
talking about.
Wait a minute. Maybe he doesn't go there yet because he meets up with Obi-Wan sooner, and then they together go to the Jedi Temple.
Right.
I
I'm
like
really
that
hoping that we
212
get.
helmet, the Airborne Trooper helmet from the
Yeah, I was
212.
just gonna say, was it the airborne trooper helmet? That's kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah,
a flat version of the.
pretty
It's,
much. It's just
yeah.
so unique compared to everything else.
Oh man, it is such. I know almost all the clones, if not all the clones, are CGI in this movie,
They are all CGI.
but they did a really good job with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Did you see that new Obi-Wan figure that was spoiled
Yeah,
by
it was by
Obi-Wan
Ewan
himself?
McGregor. He was making fun of it too. He was saying that they do the face scan and it doesn't even really look like me.
Yeah. Dude, the only face scan figure I have seen that looks good is Han Solo.
No, I would say Grand Moff Tarkin's another one. They really did good on Peter Cushing's face.
Tarkin. I
Uh,
always confused him. He's the slippers guy, right?
yes, he wore slippers because the boots were too uncomfortable.
Okay, that's how I remember who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's the old man, but he was slippers guy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to act opposite him
Oh my
in like,
God.
do you
I
know what
would
I mean?
feel very intimidated. Like no matter how much training or whatever acting I've done, next to him I'd be like, there's no way.
I mean,
I'm not even equal to him.
not to mention you have like trying to act serious or like afraid of him to trying to act super respectful to him when you can see this man is in fuzzy slippers
Yeah.
and an imperial officer robe.
Yeah.
Oh, everything is gonna be set right.
Yeah.
Right. Listen, bitch.
In his mind, he thinks it is, but it's really not.
You're about to die of the big sad.
I don't think she dies of sadness. I firmly believe that Palpatine siphoned her power to save Anakin or Vader to keep him alive. He siphoned her life force.
That is believable.
I mean, we already know Palpatine can use the force across the galaxy.
Right. That explains more than her just dying of being the big sad.
Yeah. It still doesn't change the fact that in Return of the Jedi, Leia says she remembers her real mother, and I'm like, how?
Because she died.
Yeah,
I think that there are some throwaway lines like Star Wars, for the most part, all of the callbacks got answered.
yeah,
Like Luke saying, "Oh, the Clone Wars,"
yeah,
right? Okay, so we got to see the Clone Wars. Thanks,
exactly.
thanks to
Because I
Dave
mean,
Filoni,
when
we
I
got to see a beautiful rendition of the Clone Wars. Mwah,
yes,
my
yes.
man.
Well, I mean, when it first started, George Lucas still owned it.
Yeah, but Filoni was working on the Clone Wars from day
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah, he was. He's
It
the
was like
one
his
that created Ahsoka.
yeah, well, it was like his love child. The Clone Wars
Mm-hmm.
itself was like Lucas had a I want like an outline, like a rough outline, like we need to hit these story beats for
Well,
sure.
I remember, as you know, when I first watched Star Wars as a kid, the Clone Wars. I'm like, when are we going to see that? I was always like that. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
that's
I
interesting.
between episode 2 and 3, I was always like, I want to see The war.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm fine with them doing it animated like they did. They don't have to do it live action.
I feel like it wouldn't have worked if they gave like us. We wouldn't have got fucking 7 seasons of that show, man.
No.
Huh?
He will
Nobody.
take
I'm gonna
care
sit
of
there.
you. It's like they don't understand that he's there to kill them. Yes, that's right. His ship went to this. Um, that might actually be the Tantive 4.
And that's the dude who's been throwing away lightsabers.
Yes, that's the dude who was
Raj
supposed to in the
Kanata.
comic.
No.
In the comic, he burned Yoda's lightsaber, but in Book of Boba, when that shows Luke with Yoda's lightsaber, they totally retconned it.
Odin, he can't see you. Or my youngest has a stormtrooper, a first order stormtrooper. He keeps
Yeah,
trying
you
to
don't
show
have any
you.
video right now.
Here. Here, hold on, Odin. You can show him.
Let
Now you show him.
me see.
You gotta hold it up.
Awesome.
He said, "Awesome."
Starting them out young.
Oh yeah. And now he's upset because he can't podcast with me.
Oh,
So fun fact. There is a scene during this fight where they're both fighting with Anakin's lightsaber.
yes, I know. Yep.
Like Obi-Wan has Anakin's lightsaber and
And
Anakin has
Anakin has
Anakin's lightsaber.
yeah.
No,
I
they
thought
both have
Anakin had
Anakin.
Obi-Wan's. They both
No, they
have it.
both have
Oh,
Anakin's.
okay.
I'll pause it when it gets to the exact
Yeah.
scene because I pause it to show my
This
10-year-old
this scene
every
right
time
here
we
is
watch
badass.
it. Oh yeah. And again, I feel like this scene right here exemplifies that Hayden was the only person to play
Exactly.
Anakin and Vader.
Yep.
The way, the emotion that he looks out from under that hood with,
Mm-hmm.
no one else could have done. Was Frank Oz still Yoda at this point?
I think so. I think he was still alive. I'm pretty sure he was actually.
How does nobody notice this dude looks 100 years older than he did yesterday?
That's power of influence.
Power
Because
of
he just
influence.
told everybody they left him scarred and deformed. So he kind of explained it to him in his way.
They left me scarred in the form. No, bitch, you've looked like that for years. You've just been
Yes,
hiding it.
Exactly.
Oh.
Who do you think?
The amount
This is
of
very satisfying because it finally shows Newt Gunray getting what he fucking deserves.
not only that, but the angst and the anger and the hate that you could just feel, and even the way Anakin moves.
He moves different. When he turns to the
Right.
dark side, he moves different. He's like it's cold and calculated.
Right. We are live on Facebook, right?
We're live on YouTube.
Okay. I'm just wanting to know what chat to pull up, my man.
Yeah, just pull up. Yeah, I got it pulled up. And we don't have anybody.
Okay.
Now he's Space Hitler.
That's probably one of my favorite Star Wars quotes
Yeah,
ever.
it's relatable.
It's scary that I agree with you.
Really?
Well, no, like we live in a world where like
Yeah.
that kind of is a
Yeah,
relatable quote.
we don't talk about politics on our podcast.
Right, right. But it's kind of scary that we live in a
Yeah.
world that is relatable.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all. That's all I have to say about it. We have. I'm posting us to the Facebook and to the Twitters.
Okay. Oh, you can do that in Twitter too. I didn't know that. It's like, man, this is all still kind of new to me.
Yeah, I'm still kind of learning it all too. Something that I do need to mention is I will be seeing Doctor Strange tonight.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to see it.
Yeah, I know you've got a lot going on outside of the podcast and outside
Yeah.
of being a dweeb like the rest of us. So like, you have my word to keep it spoiler free.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
If I do put an episode or a review or something up, I will tag you in it so that you know not to watch it.
Gotcha.
I'll name the video like "Don't watch this, Adam." I don't think I could have done what Obi did in that position. I'm gonna be really
No,
honest.
no.
I don't think I could have brought myself
Even
to
though
kill my own brother.
Obi-Wan failed Anakin and he wasn't the right mentor for him, there still was some love there.
Well, like you said, and Annie needed a dad, not a
Yes.
brother.
Yep. Exactly.
And so
Qui-Gon
like
would have
you
been that dad.
well, like you said, Annie wouldn't. I wholly agree. Annie wouldn't have turned to the dark side if he would have had Qui-Gon as a father figure
Yeah.
and would have kind of gotten to grow up beside Obi-Wan.
Yeah. At first,
Also, I feel
Obi-Wan
like
didn't have an
Obi kind of
attachment.
killed. Also feel like Obi kind of killed Padme by dragging her to Mustafar with him.
Maybe.
Killing younglings.
Younglings.
I always think of the meme of him smashing. There's a meme where it's that panel, and then the next panel is him smashing younglings the beer
Yeah.
in the field like by himself instead of with Padme. And I'm like, maybe the galaxy would have been a better place if they just let Anakin have a beer once in a while. So that gallery book of Boba Fett, you said we were gonna do a watch party Wednesday for that.
Yes.
I'm very interested in those. I love when those come out.
Yeah. I kind
don't
of
know.
almost started it last night. I watched like a minute of it. I was like, wait a minute. We can do a podcast on this.
Right. And to me, that's cool stuff. I really, like I said, I really like the gallery.
Yeah.
The one they did for Boba Fett for Behind the Mask.
Yeah. That was really cool.
That to me, it's just really cool to learn about how like something that we appreciate so much and love and cherish and something that means so much to us was at one point just three dudes fucking around in a garage.
Yep. Originally the proto armor, the white one, was going to be a new breed of stormtroopers, but they couldn't afford to make that many of them, so they just used the one. And Jeremy Bullock was the only one that can fit in it, so that's who played Boba.
Right. And that's cool, is because like that is such an iconic character.
Yeah.
That honestly, I don't think like, dude, Jeremy Bullock had the goddamn cowboy walk down.
Yeah. I'm
saying?
glad they put the spurs, the sound of the spurs. That was awesome.
That like sold the tied.
This scene right here, where Anakin's crying, he's thinking about how the fuck did he go from a little boy to this at this point in his life. That's why he's crying. Is like, how did an
How did I
innocent
get
little
here?
kid? Yeah, how did I get here? You know.
Which, I mean, that's understandable. Like a lot of people talk shit, but this is a really deep story.
It is. I mean, before the prequels came out, I always, kind of saw Vader as just being evil. Even at the end of Return of the Jedi, he got turned back to the good side. But, this fleshes it out more.
Yeah.
I mean, it lets you know it could have happened to anybody.
So this movie right here, I think explains makes the end of episode 6 possible.
Yeah.
Because like you said, even with him turning against Palpatine at the end of Return of the Jedi, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always get that one and Empire mixed up.
How the
The
fuck you
name.
do that?
For some reason, I just like the names for like just I don't know. I'm always like, is it Empire 5 or is Revenge 5 or
No.
is Return
Yeah.
5?
Return 6.
Yeah. But see, if I can remember which movie is 5, then I'll always remember which movie is 6.
Yeah.
Because there are only 6 Star Wars movies, right? There are 9.
There are only 6.
There are
There's only 6.
9.
6 in the Skywalker saga, but you got Rogue One and Solo.
I didn't think Solo was a bad film.
It wasn't. I don't think it deserved a lot of hate that it got.
I mean, dude, come on. Enfys Nest. Who was the dude? Oh my God.
Woody Harrelson.
Not him, the bad guy.
Oh,
Quinlan Voss.
yeah, not Quinlan Voss. You're talking about Dryden Voss.
Dryden Voss.
Yes. That was a damn good villain, I think.
Oh, hands down.
And the same guy who played Vision played him, Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Paul Bettany has a really close relationship with Johnny Depp? They're buddies. Like,
yeah, because I heard a little bit about the trial, and they got drunk together and shit.
and shit.
And shit, yeah. I know.
Dude, my favorite thing about that trial, I know this doesn't have to do with Star Wars, is Johnny Depp describing his box that he definitely kept cocaine in.
And saying, oh, it could fit cocaine. I wouldn't know.
Well, it could fit. It looks like it could fit cocaine in it. And I'm just like, bro, just or him being rude to the prosecuting attorney. Yeah. I watched a whole like 3-minute video.
Dude, her attorneys are like from Wish or something. They are retarded.
She had to, she got the Wish attorneys or something, like you said. Oh. Well, I mean, dude, Johnny Depp is like good friends with Marilyn Manson. He's good friends with Paul Bettany.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Depp in the MCU. I feel like, personally, Depp would have been a fire Malekith.
Oh, yeah. There's really no role that dude can't play.
I feel like he doesn't do gruff really well.
Yeah.
He does, like when he can be flamboyant and tough at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Because he's not Anakin anymore. He's Vader now.
That's the mighty Thor. You're not going to make a comment?
What?
I said, that's the mighty Thor.
I know. Yeah. She's Jack now.
I know.
If she was that Jack back then, she'd whoop his ass.
She would just beat Anakin into submission right here.
Yeah. Pregnant and everything.
And this is where he lost it
Yes,
entirely.
Yep. The greatest lightsaber battle in history is about to begin.
Well, to be fair, it's like I'm gonna say it's like a 28-minute long lightsaber battle.
But I mean, it was perfectly choreographed and shit, dude. And that was it was actually Yoon and Aiden did it.
They refused to let anyone else do it.
Exactly.
They like.
And I know Aiden's been keeping up on his fucking skills, dude. You just don't forget that shit.
Well, like you said, Ewan McGregor, he can still do it.
Yeah.
Ray Park.
Yeah, Ray Park. If you hand him a fucking lightsaber, he'll just fucking play with it.
Right. Yeah, well, your fucking son is about to be very absolute with Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
He's not your son, but.
Yeah.
Look, Anakin's son is about to be very absolute. And he learned his Jedi training from you.
Yeah. But he's got a boost now that he's using the dark side.
Dude, I remember as a small child seeing them both fight, and like that's two blue lightsabers going at it with each other.
Exactly.
That made me like my heart sank to my stomach in the movie theaters. I mean, I will. Oh my God! Stop. It's just
surprised. I still love that entrance. He just walks in and just uses the force, and fucking the Royal Guards just hit the wall. I mean, look at that. Fuck those moves. It's like Anakin and Obi-Wan know each other's moves before they even make it.
okay. So it's coming up.
See, I don't get why he said that. Darth Vader will become more powerful than either of us because Palpatine wants to be the most powerful one at all times.
He's trying to get into Yoda's head.
Okay.
I still got to say, Palpatine has the coolest lightsaber ignition.
Yeah, he does.
Shoot it out of his.
It's totally a Sith Lord move.
Okay.
Okay. Obi-Wan has his lightsaber. Oh, now he has. I saw it. I saw it.
Now he has Anakin.
Yep, I saw it. Yep.
And now it's
he's got Anakin's.
Yeah.
Yep. Like whoopsie.
And if you notice, Obi-Wan's hit the floor, not Anakin's.
Yeah.
Man. I woke up for this, to this. This is
Yeah.
just as good
You
as
pretty
Saturday
much
morning.
joined. You pretty much joined when Order 66 happened. I mean, it
Right.
could not have been timed any better. People say that move was useless, but that was a flex.
So a lot of lightsaber fighting is solely to look cool. That's it. That's like some of the, you know.
Yeah.
But Star Wars wouldn't be the same if they actually fought with these things like real swords.
Yeah. What's exciting is you get to see them fight again.
In a little over 2 weeks.
Yep.
You think we're gonna see Obi kill an Inquisitor or two?
I'm pretty sure Reva, since she's not in Rebels, I think he's going to kill her. She's going to die somehow.
We know fifth brother and seventh sister won't die.
Nope. And the Grand Inquisitor won't die either, because he doesn't die until season 1 of Rebels, the end of season 1, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Kanan kills him.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how good Kanan would have been as a Jedi if he would have actually received Jedi training and not trained himself?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he went through a little bit of Padawan training in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Help, I got tiny little arms.
Yeah. Every time I see him hanging, going, hey, I think he's just joking around.
Okay, and again, in that scene, I don't know if you noticed, but they also both had Anakin's lightsaber in that scene.
No.
That dude's been in a
There's
lot.
your Coruscant guards.
Yep. The leader of the Coruscant Guard is Wolf.
Yeah.
Well, not Wolf. Fox.
Not Wolf.
Fox.
I think he said wool or something like that.
Well, he says Kagi, but it's Fox.
Fox is, yeah.
The leader of the
Didn't
Coruscant
Fox?
Guard.
Didn't he die?
No, he gets killed by Vader in the comics
Okay.
because he calls Vader Anakin.
Yes, I remember that now. It was Fox that said that?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't remember it was Fox. Yeah, you don't say that shit and live.
Well, he did it because he was sick. Like, he did it to piss Vader off. He like knew there was gonna be something. He was either gonna die right there or get the worst punishment possible that wasn't death. Like, but he said that ready to die.
Yeah. Yep, he's got his lightsaber. A lot of people were saying that Yoda lost his lightsaber in the fight, but it's on his side.
Yeah, when it hit.
Yeah.
Name a more epic place to have a final showdown.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you you're fucking wrong.
It's not a final showdown though. The final showdown was on the Death Star.
Okay, so he's still enough of Anakin here that you can count this as Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
Yes, you can. Like I said
So,
before, he's not fully Vader until he's in the suit.
right. Actually, I think he's fully Vader right before he jumps.
Oh, when he
Try-
says you underestimate my power?
Right.
Yeah.
When he says that, that's when I think that he is Vader.
Okay. And then he gets his limbs cut off.
Yeah. Well, I think that he is fully just. I still get goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Could you imagine me like opening night seeing this movie and just my jaw was like open the entire time?
Okay, so I know I didn't see it opening night because I think there were like 8 people in the movie theater when I saw this movie.
Dude, it was a full house. I mean, it was packed.
I saw episode 1 opening night.
And that's back before they outlawed lightsabers. So I had a lightsaber, everybody else had a lightsaber in there.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
When I saw episode 1, my dad took me to Toys R Us and was like, "Buy any lightsaber you want, and we're gonna go see Star Wars."
Yep.
And you're gonna take it in there with you. And I bought the Darth Maul lightsaber. His hair is wet because they're both sweating their ass off right
Oh
now.
yeah. They're legit sweating.
I was like, not only like in the movie are they on a volcano planet?
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's where you think he's Vader. And there's the eyes. Well, maybe he's fully Vader when his eyes go yellow, like that. Now he's fully Vader. Man, it just goes to show no matter how many times you watch this, there's just new things that you think about.
So Obi-Wan was weak.
Well, yeah. He couldn't finish
Is
the
that
job.
candy? Is that candy?
So glad he didn't.
Bring one to mom. I know a lot of Star Trek fans might give me shit for this, but Star Wars definitely has the cooler ship design.
Yeah. But Star Trek is more realistic as far as the technology.
Yeah.
That is a badass looking shuttle.
That it is.
I think at this point, Palpatine is starting to siphon life force from Padme. There's Paulus Massa. I think I'm saying that correctly. I don't know if it's Paulus or Polis.
How's it spelled? Do you know? Because
I
US
don't
would
remember.
be POLLUS would be Paulus, and
Yeah,
POLIS would be Polish.
yeah. I so hope we have a suit up scene in Kenobi of Vader. Like he's hanging, he's like dangling, and just he doesn't have any of the machine parts on him, and he just gets suited up.
No. I want one up, and I want him in his medical chamber where he can exist without any of his parts.
Yes, he does that while he's meditating.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
want I
the
want
castle on Mustafar, he can do that.
it to open up and Vader just be like sitting there, legs crossed, like
Hmm
you
There's
know,
there's a comic book panel that shows him doing that.
exactly.
Hmm
And then I want like parts to just start like I want him to open his eyes, and I want parts to just start snapping to him.
hmm
Like
That'll be a perfect time to have the flashbacks too. He's reminiscing about
right,
the past. There was no. He didn't take anything for the pain. All that he felt everything. There's actually a little blooper here when he's getting suited up. Because you can see he doesn't have his chin piece on yet. And then the mask goes on, and then all of a sudden, he's got his chin piece on. But that's what Vader sees. And when I saw that when the first time seeing it, I was like, holy shit, that's how he sees. That's crazy. That sound still. And they made that suit to fit Aiden Christensen. This is all your fault, Yoda. You told Anakin to fucking let go of everything you fear to lose, and look what happened. And pretty much the only shot of Alderaan you ever see. That planet gets blown up in 19 years.
They fucked around and found out.
Yep.
No, really, they were just one of the only openly against the
Empire.
You know what's funny? CSS, Confederacy of Separatist Systems. Those are the bad guys in the first three movies and the good guys in the next three.
Yeah. I thought it was the CIS, not CSS.
Or
Yeah.
CIS. It's
Yeah.
independent.
Yeah.
I think they're CIS and the Separatists.
Yeah.
Because it's Confederacy of Independent Systems.
They're the ones that pretty much founded the Rebel Alliance, aren't they?
For the most part.
Yeah.
Oh man, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yes. I hope he makes an appearance in the show. He has to. Maybe not as a Force Ghost, because he never finished his training, but as a voice.
Right.
And you do realize that's Captain Antilles, right? That's the dude that gets fucking
Wedge.
chokes, but no, not Wedge. That's the guy that gets choked by Vader in Episode 4. At the beginning of Episode 4, he's asking him if this is the diplomatic ship. Where is the ambassadors? And he's choking him. That's the same dude. That's the same character that he chokes.
Oh. I thought Antilles Wedge's last name was Antilles.
It is. I think it's. I want to say it possibly be. I don't know the relation, but it's not Wedge. Wedge lived after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Wedge in the First Order shit?
Yes, he was. He was in Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
And there's a young Moff Tarkin. Or younger Moff Tarkin, I should say, because he's still pretty old at this point. Playing Leia's theme.
This is also where she gets her last name.
Yep. That baby is going to grow up to be one of the most badass Jedi. Well, there it goes.
That was, I don't know. That there's big implications of that from Kenobi.
I know. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because, I wanted to get it
Well, it
like a
gives
little
us,
refresher.
yeah, it gives us a chance to talk about it too. Right now, we can
Yeah.
discuss for a minute. I'm gonna step away and smoke a cigarette, but again, the discussion can continue as I have a wireless
Yeah.
headset.
Oh.
All right. So right off the bat, I think, like you said, I think we're almost guaranteed. I never even thought about it. Just being it being regulated to a comic scene in my book. But I think we're almost guaranteed to get Vader. No, Odin, go inside. We're almost regulated to a guaranteed scene of Vader in the Medi chamber thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, they got Aiden for a reason and not just for flashbacks.
Right.
So I'm so glad Deborah Chow and all the others, Dave Filoni, anybody tied to that show did what they did. Because they brought back as many people as they could. I mean, the same dude that played Uncle Owen, I think his name's Joel, or not, Joel something, brought him
Yeah.
back. And the same chick that played Beru brought her back. So, I mean, it's making everything connect. Oh.
Do
2
you
more
think?
weeks. Or
Do
3
you
more weeks,
think?
sorry. 3 weeks.
Do you think that we're gonna see a less Jedi version of Obi-Wan Kenobi, or do you think that he is not going to adapt at all?
He's going to have to be almost completely shut off from the Force because they'll find him if he doesn't.
Right. So like Kanan,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was like a change. There was a change there. He had his lightsaber was in 2 parts on his belt so that it didn't look like a lightsaber.
Exactly.
Things like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I doubt that Obi-Wan even carries his lightsaber on his person. I mean, what we've seen in the trailer, the only weapon he has is a blaster, which is very uncivilized.
So I was gonna say so uncivilized.
Yeah. But he's got to do what he's got to do to keep a low profile. And I think something happens to get him off planet. I think it's possible that Leia might also be in the show. Something happens and he has to go make sure Leia's safe or something. And if that's the case, then he's going to have to leave somebody to watch over Luke, and it ain't going to be anybody. I'm pretty sure it's Ahsoka. It has to be Ahsoka. That's the only person I can think of that's still alive after Order 66 that he would trust enough to watch over Luke.
But does he know Ahsoka's alive still? Because
I don't know. I think they might have crossed paths.
On.
This is 10 years after Revenge, so they might have crossed paths at some point.
Okay, so that I'll give you. It is 10 years after Revenge.
Yeah. There's nothing that says they couldn't have crossed paths at some point, so there you go. Why she was on Tatooine? No idea.
Right. But that's my biggest thing is like at the end of Revenge of the Sith is the Siege of Mandalore.
Yes.
Like,
and that's when, Ahsoka and Rex go their separate ways.
Well, yeah.
And you see Rex again in Bad Batch. But Ahsoka,
and then again
in the Ahsoka book, she goes. I can't remember what planet it was. She goes to a planet, and I don't even think she has her lightsabers anymore. Like one of them, of course, she doesn't because she left it on that planet. But she doesn't carry lightsabers at all anymore until Rebels. Until right before Rebels, she makes her new lightsabers.
Yeah, out of purified Inquisitor crystal sabers.
I thought it was Temple Guard. Temple Guard crystals because they're white.
She made them white. I know that much.
I think that was in the book too, and I forgot.
Yeah,
I mean, I did the audio book because it was Ashley Eckstein. Ashley Eckstein fucking narrated it, and it was amazing.
I bet. Honestly, I just did the regular.
Yeah, it's like she read the book to you, and I was like, I was in heaven. And I was at work doing it too. I was working while I was listening to it. I mean, you can't get better than that.
Did you apologize to all your coworkers for walking around with a chub?
I wasn't walking. I was on a order picker.
Oh, cool. So you covered from the waist down.
Oh yeah, I'm covered.
I'm cool. You're like, I'm good though. They don't gotta worry about nothing. I listen to her voice all I want.
I mean, it was just perfect because I'm so used to that voice and that character anyway. So it was meant to be.
It's okay. We're going in soon. Oh, another thing that I'm hyped for in Kenobi is to see live action Inquisitors.
Yes, definitely.
Like, ever since I found out what the Inquisitors were in Rebels, and I've seen like people do cosplay, I'm like, bro, I cannot wait to see these motherfuckers in a movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little excited about it, but I'm more excited. Just Kenobi and Vader. Those are the two main ones that I want to see. That's it, really.
My thing is, I wanted Darth Maul in the show.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's okay for us not to know what he was up to between Solo and Rebels. I mean, no, it's not.
I want to know what my man's was doing.
I'm sure they'll do a comic about it. If they already haven't, I don't know because I don't read the comics anymore. Since I stopped reading Vader because it started getting too close to the sequels, and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Right.
Once they started mentioning Exegol and shit, and I'm like, man, this shit don't make any sense. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't Vader tell Luke about Exegol right before he died? He's just like, no. It's like, oh, by the way, the Emperor has a plan to come back, and he's already amassing an army as we speak. You might need to do something about that. I mean, I understand Exodal didn't exist and, people didn't make it up at that time. But if you're going to make something up, at least probably make it fit. And
Come
I
on,
know
buddy.
George Lucas himself has some things that don't fit. That's fine. He's the
Okay,
one that
so
created the whole shit. He's allowed to make mistakes.
so George Lucas did, yes, but he also had the thing where Palpatine, uh, he had those books that he was okay with the after like the extended universe stuff.
Yes. Oh, yeah, he signed off on them, but they weren't necessarily canon.
No, but they were accepted in the community as canon
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
that's all we had past. You know what I mean? Like Lucas didn't make anything past episode 6. So
No.
like what happened past episode 6 was like the adventures of Kyle Katarn
Yes.
and Luke
And there was
and
also
Darth
uh
Caedus and
um crap. I can't even remember his name now. Not Kyle Katarn, but there's another character that was a Jedi, but Corran Horn, the book I Jedi, he cannot use telekinesis whatsoever, but he's a Jedi.
oh
Yeah. That was I Jedi is one of the best books ever written of Star Wars. One
I
of, not the best, but one of.
so I'm a horror fan. I'm a horror movie fan. I'm a horror book fan. I like listening to spooky stories, period. Like I like spooky.
Yeah.
And the Death Trooper book,
Yes, I own
the
that
one
book.
the one where
I
they were
I'd
zombies.
hope that they at least do an animated thing of that.
Well, the one where they were zombies. You know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about?
Yeah,
That
Death
was
Troopers. That was zombies.
that was fucking awesome.
Hmm.
That was fucking awesome. Something that I do wanted to talk to you about because you had to leave. This isn't Star Wars related. Moon Knight finale thoughts. Go.
I know why it's not part of the MCU now because Mark Spector's no longer Moon Knight.
Yeah.
But how? He was released.
Did you watch the after credits scene?
Yes, we were watching it before I left.
Okay,
It was Jake Lockley
which is a personality of Mark
of Mark
Spector.
Spector. Yes.
So hold on. In the beginning, Stephen Grant wasn't Moon Knight, was he?
No, Mark Spector was.
Right?
Yes.
But they're the same person.
All right. Are you trying to tell me that he released Mark Spector, but he's still with Jake Lockley, and so Jake
Yes.
Lockley is Moon Knight?
Jake Lockley is Moon Knight.
Okay, so it can still be in an MCU.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I get it now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really thought about it much after that day because a lot of shit happened. So
No, I understand you had a really busy day that day.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I totally, forgive you for not thinking about it too much, but bro,
yeah.
listen, I didn't say anything
He wore the
uh,
hat too.
until, listen, I didn't say anything until the face, but I caught his reflection
Yeah.
when he was walking down the hallway, and I
Mm-hmm.
caught the hat,
Yeah.
and I could tell it was Oscar Isaac by just like the little bit of the side of his
Yeah.
face I
The
saw.
only difference is
And
he's
so,
driving a limo and not a taxi.
right. And so from the very beginning of the scene, basically, I'm like,
It was like, are these guys gonna catch on?
and then it showed his face, and I was like, that's Jake fucking Natalie.
So does
And
that mean
so,
that Jake is gonna be the dominant personality, or is it just switch now at any
so
moment?
I think, personally, what I think is we're confirmed. Well, right now we're up in the air about season 2. We have no idea because they had the series finale tweet, and that tweet got
Mhm.
deleted for the
Yeah.
season finale tweet.
Yeah. So there might be another season, or there might be implications in the MCU. Don't
Well,
know.
no. So we know for a fact because Feige said that he will appear in other things,
Okay. I did not know that.
right? So one thing I'm sure he'll appear in is the Werewolf by Night Halloween special.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like 1,000% sure they're gonna pull a. Oh, he originally appeared in this, so we gotta throw him in the
Yeah.
No, Odin. No. Sorry. So
Do you
we
enjoy
gotta.
telling y'all father what to do?
I do. It's pretty wild that I get to boss around a little guy named Odin.
Yeah.
It's okay. One of these days I'll have pet ravens that'll just peck my eyes out.
Yeah, there's some ravens in the backyard I want to try to feed and kind of have them as friends.
I have a groundhog friend.
They'll bring me treats or not treats. They'll bring me trinkets and stuff, shiny stuff.
Anything that they think looks cool. It's like
Yeah,
that, like a paperclip, but the raven's
yeah,
like, this thing was awesome. I want you to have it.
exactly. I mean, they're just they're intelligent creatures.
Incredibly intelligent
Yeah,
too.
I
The
always
my
found it fascinating.
So my girlfriend used to work or volunteer at the World Bird Sanctuary
Hmm.
in uh, I want to say it's in like Eureka, Missouri, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And out in World Bird, they have a raven that's like it's not ever out on display, right? It's like one they keep inside and in the back,
Hmm.
and you know, but it talks.
Yeah. I saw a
And like,
video of this Russian guy. I'm pretty sure he was Russian. He's like really good friends with the Raven, and it legit talks to him.
right.
Yeah.
And I was just amazed at my girlfriend telling me that this
Yeah.
raven, like she
Hmm.
walked in and it was like, hey, hi, how's it going? Hi, how's it going?
Hmm.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
isn't that creepy? Like, could you imagine in the 1600s just hearing a bird talk to you?
Yeah.
I like to
You would
imagine
think you
random
were
things.
crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Do you think you're crazy?
Well, so like, I'm really into history, so I like to like imagine what it would be like to be
Well, I
alive in
mean,
that spot.
Vikings really had a thing with crows. I mean, even in the show, and I'm pretty sure they did this too, is if they're on a ship, they would release a crow, and if it came back, there's no land. But if they didn't come back, they're close to land.
Right.
So
So,
yeah,
but
they were.
so like the Romans, could you imagine what it would be like to be a Roman soldier on the front line of war and fucking see an elephant for the first time?
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be.
you're shitting
Yeah,
your trousers,
yeah,
bro.
exactly. It's like, what the hell is that? It's big, and it looks very intimidating, and it can stomp the fuck out of you.
And it's got two swords on its face.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You got to think of it like that. They will compare it to something that they know at the time.
right,
They aren't going to call it tusks because they don't know it's called tusks.
right, yeah. They're gonna look like this motherfucker's got two big ass spears on his face.
Yeah, I'm not going to fuck with that.
Right. And if you didn't know, whenever Alexander the Great conquered part of India and was able to like recruit, um, fuck, elephants. The word just totally escaped me for a second. When he was able to recruit elephants into his army, they would give them hallucinogenics.
Oh wow,
Yeah. So you got this big, angry, tripping elephant running at you that doesn't know which way is up. It
that's
only
crazy too. You
knows that
mentioned
it
Alexander
must
the
kill.
Great, and that was actually in the Moon Knight show. Alexander
So
the Great was a pharaoh.
So sort of, but they they fucking they brought up a real history fact that is not
Hmm.
like super well known that made me so happy
Yeah,
because my 10-year-old actually went to school and told his teacher and she was like, no way, he was Greek, and Googled it and was like, wow,
yeah,
you were right, and it made AJ feel very good about himself.
yeah,
He was
exactly.
he
And
was
thank
a
God he's got a teacher like that that will
right,
actually agree and
right,
not tell him like, no, you're wrong.
right,
She actually looked it up herself and found out that's the case. More
right.
people need to be like that.
I was like, I told AJ was like, "What's a Macedonian? Is that like a different kind of Egypt?" And I was like, "No, that's a place that doesn't exist anymore."
Hmm.
Macedonia was in
I
between
think it
India
was.
and
I think
Greece.
it had one of the seven wonders of the world. Was it the
Mm-hmm.
Hanging Gardens? The Hanging
Yep.
Gardens. Yeah.
We're in Macedonia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I think that about sums it up, though. We got
Yeah.
the watch party done. We got to discuss Moon Knight a little bit.
And then Wednesday, we'll discuss probably a better time for everybody. We're going to do the Book of Boba Fett gallery on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
that'll
Since
be
there's nothing
good.
else going on, really. So I was like, fuck it, we'll do that
And
too.
in case me and Jared have both seen Doctor Strange by then, we might end up. Me and Jared might do
Yeah.
spoiler review.
After well, if you want to do a separate video, yeah.
Right, right.
I won't be in that one. So you guys can
Not
talk about
until
it.
not until he's seen it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm gonna go see it tonight. So if any of our viewers want to
All I
know,
want to know, the only thing that you can tell me is how it rates compared to No Way Home. That's it.
uh, I'm gonna say just as good. I feel like Marvel is really good at consistency.
Yeah. They figured out the formula a long time ago and they've been sticking with it and it's been working.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really fucking does. And they make good comic book movies. So,
I just wish
but
DC can do the same.
I mean, Matt Reeves, man.
Besides that one,
Well, we're getting a second one, so
yeah.
hopes and prayers.
But as much as I love Batman, I'd like to see movies about other DC characters. Like, where's fucking Blue Beetle and Booster Gold?
I don't want to boot. You're the only person on this planet that wants to boost your gold.
Because those two together would be hilarious.
Okay, that would be funny, but you're the only person on this planet that wants to boost your
So
gold
what?
movie. I promise.
So what? So what? I guarantee you, I can find someone right now that wants it too. Because we've talked about it before. Me and a good buddy of mine talked about it before. So I already know someone else. You got two people.
Yeah. Something that I think we need to bring back is the Thundercats. That just needs to get popular again.
Yeah. Yeah, because at one point, Thundercats was just as good as He-Man.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
So,
Those two shows back to back. Oh.
I caught Thundercats, the original Thundercats. That was on like the after school lineup.
Yeah.
When I was young. So it was like modern show. It was like a mix of modern shows and older shows that Cartoon Network did, like action shows. It was their like action lineup.
Back when Cartoon Network was badass.
Right. Yeah. Back when Cartoon Network was badass.
The 90s was I think the best decade for
Cartoon
Network.
This would have been the early 2000s for me that I remember. But I remember coming home from first, second grade, and watching.
Actually, early 2000s is good too because you had Adult Swim playing anime. So
Samurai Jack.
That's where I first saw Cowboy Bebop was on Adult Swim.
It's also where I first saw Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
So also
and there was
saw Samurai.
Man, I watched Inuyasha. I watched Cowboy Bebop. I watched Big O. Shit, what else was there? Big O was good. Big O, yes. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex is another one that's good.
See, I could never really get into Ghost in the Shell. It's very dry and lots of whole just it's a lot like early Gundam.
I don't know.
Military people talking
theme song got me.
Shit.
The songs that plays in the beginning and the end of the episode are just fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I give you that. But listen, per anime theme songs are just better than other theme songs.
And I have recently, when I had time, I've been watching a little bit of Demon Slayer.
I couldn't get into Demon Slayer.
I watched the first couple episodes, and I guess I lost track of it or whatever, and I haven't had the inkling to watch it to finish it. So I'm just like, okay.
So I haven't really been watching a lot of manga. or anime lately. I'm waiting for JoJo's Part 6.
I know.
Part 2.
I just want to get into something different, anime wise.
So Baki, I don't know if you're into like fighting anime. That's like
Fighting anime, I think, is my favorite. Like Samurai
okay, so
Champloo, all that shit.
okay, so no, those are more like artsy.
Oh,
Those are
okay,
those like tell a story about yourself. Like when
okay. And
Samurai
I
when
guess the only fighting one I liked was Dragon Ball.
yeah, Dragon Ball would be fighting anime.
Yeah,
So like Champloo and uh Cowboy Bebop.
that was more art.
I don't know what like specifically genre you would put them because they are like action adventure.
Yeah,
But the whole point of that is for you to think about yourself at the end of it, not for
yeah,
you to think about the actual show at the
yeah.
end of it.
Okay.
You know? And also both of those have endings that are like, what happened?
Yeah,
It's up to you.
yeah, exactly. It's like that at the very end of Cowboy Bebop. Did he
Oh,
live? Did he die?
I had the first time I watched Cowboy Bebop with a old buddy of mine. We stayed up all night. I bought the DVD. One of the first times I ever had a job. I got paid and I bought the DVD at Sam Goody when my dad still worked there. It was like the year they closed or the year before.
Hmm.
Anyways, I fucking bought it and we went over to my buddy's house and we stayed up all night fucking watching Cowboy Bebop and over probably about 3 in the morning. And me and Jonathan Shepard, I know you remember this, had a probably 3 hour long argument. The sun was up when we decided to
Yeah,
go to bed and stop arguing with each other about whether Spike was dead or not.
yeah.
And so I'm like,
He just goes bang and he falls over.
right. And so I'm the Spike was dead. I'm in
Yeah,
that camp.
that's kind of where I was at too.
Okay.
And
My buddy's like,
that's
Spike
where the
can't
show
die.
ended. It's where the show
But
ended.
the show ends on his star.
On his star.
The star that he talks about
Oh,
a bunch of different
how the
times.
fuck did I miss that? I thought the last shot was him falling over and like some did the show the rose?
Shows the rose. Is like he goes bang
Hmm.
and falls over dead. And then it shows the rose. And then it shows the star. And then it's
Oh,
black and credits.
yeah. And I don't judge me, but I have never seen the movie. I know it takes place between like episodes. I can't remember what episodes it takes place between, but it does. I know
4
that
and
much.
5
Yeah,
or 3 and 4.
yeah. But yeah. I need to find it so I can watch it.
It's not super duper 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 crazy good. It's not bad. It's Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
It's good like that. So, but I think it's about time for us to sign off.
Yep.
Stay geeky, everybody.
Later.
Later.